Hey everyone, we are back and it is July. I would wish you a happy Independence Day, but given the state of America, especially for people who look like me, who are black and gay and a woman, I don't feel real free. So I'm not going to give you a happy Independence Day, but we're going to continue in happy Cancer season. I'm going to give you a happy July. This is a beautiful time of year to get out and enjoy the sunshine. And so, I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful for what this summer has to offer us. So let me give us one last little shuffle and see what we've got going on this week. So let's start with our spiritual connection card. And we have the Hanged Man. Next, for our health and happiness, we have the Devil card. Next, for our love and relationships, we have the Eight of Wands. Next, for our business and career card, we have the Four of Wands. And for overall card, we have the Emperor. Okay, so, we have a lot of big energy this week. There's a lot of lessons to be learned. Definitely is jumping out at me. This feels like a lot of masculine energy. So, masculine energy is that projective, pushing forward energy, setting boundaries, creating structure. So I get a lot of that this week. Internally, looks like we've got the most lessons happening there. Some reminders I think we're going to get into. And then externally, together with others, feels like we're going to be taking some action. All right, let's get started with our spiritual connection card. And here we have the Hanged Man. So the Hanged Man is about being intentional about pausing and putting yourself in new and different situations so that you can find new opportunities, new learning, so that you can experience things differently. It comes after a time of change when we know something big is about to come, something big is about to happen. This card in the deck comes just before the Death card, and before we get that opportunity to really do that whole release and close the door so that we can start again, we are in this kind of pause state, which is the Hanged Man. And again, sometimes we are here because it feels like we just don't know what to do. We just don't know which way to turn. And this week, I would just say to be mindful of the weight that you're carrying, the energy that you're carrying with you, and be intentional. Be intentional about pausing, taking your time, taking a moment whenever you need it, if you need all the moments, and being really intentional about not just giving up, not just being frustrated, but taking a pause so that you can see things a little bit differently, so that you can see what other options there are for you that could work, because this isn't the end, right? This is not even the beginning of the beginning. This is the time where we slow down, where we get to prepare for an ending that is coming, that's preparing us for a new beginning. So just really allow yourself the space to just be. And don't feel bad about it. Don't feel like you have to explain it to anyone. So next, we're going to move on to our health and happiness. And here we have the Devil card. So, again, this is a lesson. The Devil card is a warning that you're doing too much. You're either hanging on to somebody too strong. You are hanging on to something that is not healthy for you anymore. I actually feel like you may not realize it. Sometimes I see this card and I'm like, yeah, you know that this is a thing. This actually feels like you may not even recognize it. You might be enjoying something very much right now, and you don't even recognize that it's not good for you, that it's turned into something else. It could be another person, it could be a group of people. It actually kind of feels like a group of people or a situation that you're putting yourself in, but you may not recognize that this thing that you're doing or these people that you're around are really not healthy for you. But I think that if you stop and look around at who you're surrounding yourself with, the situations that you're putting yourself in, if you take the time to really be mindful, you'll see that there are some unhealthy situations that you're in right now, and you need to get out of them. I mean, they're just going to get worse. It might feel good right now. Maybe you haven't gotten to the break point where the hurt and the heaviness is stronger than the good stuff, but it's coming. It's going to come. And so look around you, see who seems a little more suspicious, a little more not for you, someone who may have ulterior motives, or again, a situation where maybe you accidentally kind of got into it. You're like, oh, I'm here. Okay. But it's time. It's time to just let that go, to let go of the link that you are creating there and move on. That's it. Just move on. Next, let's move on to our love and relationship. And here we have the Eight of Wands. Now, the Eight of Wands is all about action, right? And so now we're in the section where it is about us together with other people. And so when you're thinking about your relationships, you're thinking about your love for self, right? It's time to take some actions. Things are moving. Maybe you've been in a relationship and things have been kind of slow or not really moving. This week, they're starting to pick up. If you have been in a relationship that has been moving, good or bad, but there's been a lot of action there, you're going to start to feel some freedom. That action that might have felt really busy to you before, it's going to start to morph a little bit into a feeling of freedom, that movement is helping you to really soar to new heights. It's really helping you to understand what love feels like for you when you're in a relationship, when you are connected to that internal part of yourself that gives love. So allow that action to happen and to really start to push you forward, and don't try to slow it down. Just let it happen. It feels really good, and it feels like you're going to want to just do more of it. So let it happen. Okay, next we've got our business and career, and here we've got the Four of Swords. And, this feels like there are people that are waiting for you. They're waiting for you to make a decision about something. They're waiting for you to tell them to do something. They're waiting for some leadership or some guidance. And I don't know, it just feels like you're not ready for that. It feels like people are kind of like, what are we doing? What's happening? How do we need to move forward? And you've been resisting the urge to make a decision, to say what needs to be said. And so you kind of been stalling. And I would say to you that now is the time. You waited long enough. You've done all the thinking, the praying, the guessing that you need to do about this situation. And it's time for you to let people know what's happening. It's time for you to say, you know what? I got this. I know what we need. I know how to move forward. Let me tell you what it is. Don't be scared to say it. Don't be afraid that people aren't going to get it or people are going to buck your ideas. No, whatever it is that you need to say, it's going to help create the foundation for how everyone needs to move forward. So stop stalling and just say what you need to say. Okay, last but not least, we have in our overall position, we have the Emperor here. And so, this is the quintessential card of masculine energy, right? Again, masculine energy being that projective, forceful, moving forward leadership from a perspective of creating structure and creating rules. So, this week overall in your life, it's going to be important for you to kind of take charge. Even though we're in Cancer season, which can feel very emotional for a lot of us, it's going to be really important that you stand your ground this week. When you need time for yourself, that you take it. When you need to break away from other people, situations, you break away. When you need to move forward, you move. When you need to tell people what's on your mind and share your great ideas, just do it. Don't stall, don't wait. You have all the strength and the power and the courage within to do everything that you need to do and say everything that you need to say. The emperor is here reminding us all week long that it may not be an easy week. It doesn't feel like an easy week at all, but you can get through it. And you're going to get through it by standing strong, not by hiding away, right? If you need time away, take it, but use it wisely. Use it to be better when you come back. Okay. So let me know. Let me know how this feels for you. Let me know how your week goes. I'd love to hear from you. I'd love for you to let me know how I can support you. If you just need someone to talk to, I'm here for that too. So have a great week and I'll see you on the flip side. All right. Stay magical, y'all.